Crossroads, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what I do for my skin care routine. And it's just because I've been on a skincare rant. So I've taken everything, I have absolutely nothing on my skin, and it is holding up very well and good because of my skincare regime. As most of you know, I'm a skincare freak. I grew up thankfully with a mom that was also a skincare freak, and she really drove home the importance of diets, nutrition, everything that you put on your skin, everything you take into your body impacts your skin. And so some people have asked me, well, Tonya, what do you use on your skin and all of that? Well, if you've been following me on YouTube and at Freedom at the Crossroads and online at my other accounts on Instagram at Tonya Taria Health and on Twitter on T Taria Health, you know I love skincare, and I'm all about educating other people and women in general about the benefits of good skincare, why you need to do it, how it affects your perception of yourself and how you think about yourself, and just your overall well-being and how it impacts your self-image. Let's face it, people, when we wake up, this is the first thing we see. When we meet other people, this is the first thing they see. So I know a lot of people, and especially women, are so self-conscious and feel the pressure to be perfect in every which way you can imagine. Even though I think that in itself is crazy, I have my own rants about that. But today I'm talking skincare and what I do, especially in light of the fact that more and more info is coming out about the dangers associated with conventional skincare that's got all these additives that are toxic, that really impact your immune system, they impact your endocrine system, your hormones, all of that, and crazy. So I just wanted to share today what I do. If you follow my girl, Whipped Green Girl, Angie at Whipped Green Girl, she's awesome for DIY skincare and, face mask and things of that nature. But I'm going to talk about what I do as well. I also do DIY. I don't do as much as Angie, but I do a lot of DIY skincare personally for myself and for family members, and I also do it for friends as well. They always come to me about skincare. They always come to me for skincare, advice and things of that nature as well, because they know what my rant is about natural and organic skincare and how important it is, and alignment and balance and feeling good, looking better without the pressure. So today I'm going to show you what I do, how I start my skincare regime. Lightly pat, and don't remove all the water on your face because you want to keep your skin nice and hydrated. That's the best way to keep your skin looking supple and perfect. And as you can see, it's still slightly damp. And then what I like to do is use natural oils, plant-based oils plant-based skincare line. I use more recently I've started using Benu Cosmetics. I'll drop the link in the comment for you. But that's a new vegan line that's all organic. It's plant-based essential oils, and it's very gentle to the skin. But I also use my own creations that I love to create, and typically I have combination skin. I'm not oily or dry, but my skin is sensitive to the environment, and it's sensitive to what I put on it. And that's what led me to leave the conventional skincare lines like Clarins and Dior and things of that nature, because when I did my research with the environmental, based on the publications by the Environmental Working Group, I know a lot of you, if you follow some of my other videos where I've talked about toxins in skincare and things of that nature. Well, Environmental Working Group has done some great research on skincare, beauty items, personal care items, household, environmental items, and they've rated it based on the, you know, top level of safety for humans, animals, and the environment. And lines like Clarins, Dior, and Estee Lauder, they've got some really terrible, you know, terrible ratings because of the additives in their and ingredients in their products. And so that made me run away from those lines. So now I either create DIY my own creations, or I use skincare lines like Benu Cosmetics and some others. And I'll put some recommendations in the comments so you can watch that. But the one I'm going to use right now is another plant-based skincare, and it is, hold on just a moment. And also too, remember that what you put on your skin does penetrate. So you want to use things that are all natural and are organic. A lot of times I use natural oils like this is castor oil, and it's wonderful for the hair, especially if you're trying to thicken and grow the hair. I'll talk about that in another video. But I typically use either raw cold pressed olive oil as a base for my skin oils, moisturizers, especially as you get into the late spring and summer. I don't use creams so much as oils, because I want the hydration, but I don't want, you know, I don't need that level, that degree of moisture. Now, when it's the winter, I typically use like a cream. So my cream is shea butter based. Now, for those of you who are oily, shea butter might not be the best one for you, but that's typically what I use is shea butter. It also has, I also have a little bit of lavender essential oil as well, in addition to some other natural oils, lavender, some rose oil is also in there. These essential oils, the best quality ones, they are a little bit pricey, but I figure I'm worth it, and it does show on my face, so I typically use that, and that's what I'm using right now. And I'm just going to lightly pat it on my face. And don't forget your décolleté, your neck, and going down. See that? And that's typically what I do. So as you can see, my skin is on, and I lightly press to a little bit, and boom, there. And see, my skin looks perfectly hydrated, and it looks very radiant, and my skin loves it. Now, if my skin doesn't love something, I usually get horrible rash and all of that. So that's why I've done so much personal research and experimented on myself to create products that are good for my skin, that my skin loves, and that won't irritate or aggravate my skin, because I do have very, very sensitive skin, and if I put anything on there that it doesn't like, yeah, it flares up. So I don't know if anybody else has got that issue, but that's me. And yes, I am combination skin, but it's super sensitive, so I have to be extremely careful what I use. Now, if you follow my other video, I talk about eye creams and the big, scam with that. You don't need eye creams. Face cream is eye cream. It works all the same. It's just the amounts you place in. As you saw, I had very little cream. It was a mixed, actually whipped shea butter, and you can do that, DIY that in your kitchen with a hand mixer. Essential oils, like I don't put a lot of different varieties in there. I use a little bit of vitamin E oil. I use the shea butter, raw shea butter. I also use lavender and rose oil. And these are all essential oils with a couple of drops of that. Now, because shea butter, the raw one, it's not processed, so it's only good only make enough of that to get you like for maybe 30 to 60 days. And that's what I do. And then you put it in the fridge, and then after that you toss it. That's how that works. So that's what's involved with my skincare. And I'm looking lovely. I love how my skin feels. It feels baby soft. It feels very elastic, and which is what you want. There are no dry patches on my skin, and that's what you want when you use a skincare routine. You don't need a lot of steps and tons of steps. Now, I do recommend toners too, especially for sensitive skin. But that was just one of my routines that I use, quick to get me out the door. I typically do most of my intensive skincare regimens. I do that typically at night because there's certain essential oils that make your skin photosensitive. So like lemon essential oil, it has a tendency to make your skin photosensitive. So you don't want to be going out to the sun and exposing your skin to that. And even though I do recommend, always say use a SPF, still, just to err on the side of caution, especially if you're a woman of color, and since we have issues with hyperpigmentation anyway, just do that. If you got anything with lemon oil and things of that, a citrus-based essential oil that has a tendency to make your skin photosensitive, do it at night, which is what I do. And then that has a time to just like really soak into my skin. And then when I wake up, it's not a whole lot involved for my skincare for the day. I also make sure I have an SPF. Those of you know, I had an earlier rant on SPFs and how difficult it is here in the US to find a line that has an SPF that doesn't have toxic or questionable ingredients in it. And that's why one of the reasons too why I abandoned Clarins and some other skincare lines, because their skincare that has the moisturizers, particularly their sunblocks, they have ingredients that are have been red flagged by Environmental Working Group, and some of them are even banned in Europe. So I'm like, what the heck are we doing here in the US? So that, let me not get on a rant there. I just wanted to share my skincare routine. Also, I'm gonna throw in a quick video to show quick little video clip showing my turmeric raw honey face mask that I like to use from time to time when I'm feeling like, a little hypersensitive. I use aloe vera. You can use aloe vera gel. I prefer that aloe vera gel. It's got turmeric and it's got raw honey. And raw honey is awesome for the skin. It's got so many beautiful things in it, antioxidants that really help heal the skin. And these are age-old beauty ingredients that have been used in many parts of the world for years and centuries. And so I'll just share that briefly. I'll throw that video in too for everybody to cap their eyes on, and just have a happy weekend. And today is my self-care day, and so that's why in honor of my self-care and taking care of myself, I just wanted to show you my quick little morning regimen for my skin.